Today, we will talk about top 10 destinations for Europe. Want to discover the best of Europe? You are in the right place. Find inspiration from thematic rankings, made thanks to the votes of travelers from around the world. These are your bucket lists of the most beautiful places to visit in Europe. Discover the best destinations for Christmas, the most beautiful beaches in Europe, the best summer festivals, the best family destinations, the most romantic destinations, the hidden gems, or the best fairy tale destinations, and many more. There is so much to discover in Europe. 1. Svalbard, Norway. Even if you're someone who loves a winter getaway, chances are you've never traveled anywhere quite so far north as Svalbard, an archipelago of 9 islands between mainland Norway and the North Pole. But if you've ever dreamed about visiting the Arctic, then a trip to Svalbard is the best place to go. A short flight from Tromsø or Oslo will take you to Longyearbyen, the largest settlement on Svalbard, and where your Arctic adventures will begin. People come from all over the world to explore the rugged natural beauty, go to ethical wildlife, watching to see polar bears, whales, and walruses, and go hiking. And there's always plenty of time to stop for an ice-cold beer at the northernmost brewery in the world. From snow-capped mountains and stunning fjords to spooky former Soviet mining towns, Svalbard, one of the most fascinating places on Earth, not just Europe. 2. Azores Islands. Portugal. Although technically part of Portugal, the Azores Islands seem like a world away from the mainland. The remote archipelago of volcanic islands sits in the mid-Atlantic and is often described as the Hawaii of Europe. And with rugged landscapes and deep blue waters, it's not hard to see why, although its temperatures are subtropical and milder. This is ideal if you need to get away from city heat in the summer. The Azores is a place to escape into natural beauty, and it's home to 2 of Portugal's 15 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, including the historic city of Angra do Heroísmo on the island of Terceira and the ancient vineyards of Pico. After a full-on day of exploring, you can feast on cheap petiscos, Portuguese tapas. Meat and seafood are on the menu in most places, but veggies and vegans should check out plant-based rotas de Ilha Verde. Looking for more reasons to go? The Azores is the first archipelago given the EarthTech certificate for sustainability. The Azores ranks number 2 in our top 50 best places in Europe to visit. 3. Paris, France. The city of light draws millions of visitors every year with its unforgettable ambience. Of course, the divine cuisine and vast art collections deserve some of the credit as well. The gentle river Seine rambles through the city, flanked by stately museums, centuries-old churches, and blocks of Rococo and neoclassic design architecture, further enhanced by cascading trees and glowing street lamps. Peppering the Seine's cobbled walks and graceful bridges are impossibly chic Parisians, probably on their way to the market, cafe, or cinema. 4. Westwards. Iceland. To be honest, we could easily just say Iceland and leave it at that. All of it is pretty spectacular. But if you're looking for an alternative to the touristy hotspots like the Golden Circle and the Blue Lagoon, then make a trip to Westwards. They're lesser known and visited than other parts of the country because they're vast and far away from the major destinations. Lake Maivan, yes, as featured on Game of Thrones, and the aforementioned Golden Circle. So why trek to Westwards? Well, it's sparsely populated, remote, and has different landscapes to a lot of Iceland. It is very rugged and dramatic, and you'll need a car to get around, but it's worth it, and it's about 107 miles drive from Reykjavik. Once you're there, you'll be able to visit the little-known Dingendi waterfall and the Pink Sand Beach. It's also a great place to see the Arctic fox and go seal watching and whale watching. Plan your visit carefully though. Heavy snowfall means it's not really accessible in the winter, so the best times to go are May to October. 5. London. United Kingdom. London is home to some of the world's most famous landmarks, including the Tower of London, Buckingham Palace, and Big Ben. Explore the city's rich history at museums like the British Museum and the Tate Modern. Experience London's multicultural vibe in neighborhoods like Camden, Notting Hill, and Shoreditch, where you'll find street markets, ethnic restaurants, and vibrant street art. Catch a show in London's West End, which is renowned for its world-class theater productions. From classic musicals to cutting-edge dramas, there's something for everyone on stage in London. 6. Santorini, Greece, most people are familiar with blue domes and bright whitewashed homes that jut out over Santorini's blue seas. But there's plenty more to explore on this Greek island, including a place believed to be the lost city of Atlantis. Over 3,000 years ago, a huge volcanic eruption devastated Santorini. The middle of the island disappeared deep into the ocean and left a massive caldera crater in the cliffs. So make a trip to the Minoan ruins of Akrotiri and head west to visit Akrotiri Lighthouse for spectacular views. If you're there for a few days and pack decent walking shoes, it's also worth making the short hop to Niakamini Island for amazing hikes and dramatic volcanic landscapes. But trips to any of the Greek islands are a mix of history, culture, and of course food and drink. Take a wander around the pretty streets of Fira and Oia for saganaki, fried cheese and phyllo pastry, covered in honey, moussaka spanakopita with a glass of local beer or wine as the sun comes down over the Aegean Sea. 7. Rome, Italy. Rome is a living museum with ancient ruins, Renaissance palaces, and Baroque churches around every corner. Visit iconic sites like the Colosseum, Vatican City, and the Trevi Fountain to experience the city's rich history and culture. Indulge in authentic Italian cuisine at trattorias, pizzerias, and gelaterias throughout the city. From fresh pasta and pizza to creamy gelato and espresso, Rome is a food lover's paradise. Experience the sweet life in Rome by taking leisurely walks through charming piazzas, sipping Aperol spritzes at sidewalk cafes, and watching the sunset over the city from scenic viewpoints like the Pincian Hill. 8. Vienna, Austria. Vienna is a city of imperial splendor, with grand palaces, majestic cathedrals, and elegant boulevards at every turn. Explore historic landmarks like Schönbrunn Palace, Hofburg Palace, and St. Stephen's Cathedral to experience Vienna's rich cultural heritage. Vienna is the birthplace of classical music, with a rich tradition of composers, musicians, and opera houses. Attend a performance at the Vienna State Opera, listen to a concert at the Musikverein, or visit the homes of famous composers like Mozart and Beethoven. 9. Utrecht, Netherlands. Day trippers often go to Utrecht from Amsterdam, but there's plenty of reasons to visit for longer. It's less crowded for a start. The city is over 2,000 years old. The Romans built a fortress at what is now Dom Square, and buildings from the Middle Ages still stand in the city center. It has all the charming Dutch canals of the capital, and according to travel search engine Goro, it's the most beautiful canal city in Europe. As well as canal side wandering, Utrecht also has Gothic architecture, pretty streets, and great cafes, restaurants, and bars. 10. Seville, Spain. The whole of the Andalusia region is worth exploring, but for a short European break, go for the capital, Seville. The medieval city filled with Moorish, Catholic, and Jewish landmarks, Gothic architecture, winding streets, beautiful gardens, and many plates of tapas. It's an easy city to walk around, although try and avoid the height of summer, July and August, unless you can handle walking in 35-plus heat. Even early autumn gets pretty hot, and in the mid-afternoon, you'll notice that locals pull the shutters down to escape the heat. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.